exchanges as they break down. Real-time setups, key levels, live trades across Forex, futures, and crypto. From Tokyo's early momentum, to London's open surge, to New York's high volatility action. We decode every move live, get sharp analysis, clear strategies, and insights that actually make sense. And yeah, we don't just break down charts, we crack a few smiles too. Only on Hola Prime TV. This is more than content. This is infotainment and beyond.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I am Coach Paul, and this is the Hola Prime market news update for you. First off, with the U.S. futures markets, the equity markets rallied today after the Federal Reserve's quarter-point interest rate cut on Wednesday, as we all know. The S&P 500 futures gained 0.5% on the day and reached a new all-time high of 67.20 in the overnight session. The NASDAQ was even stronger, actually, posting a 0.87% gain on the day, hitting a new all-time high of 24,816 in the overnight and is currently trading at 24,746. The Dow Jones had the worst day of the three indices once again, gaining about 0.34%, but did make a new all-time high of 46,275 and is currently trading at 46,600. On the global front, we have some economic data from Japan this evening. Japanese core and regular CPI overall nationwide came in at 2.7%. This was expected for core CPI and slightly better than the expected 2.8% figure for regular CPI. Elsewhere, we have UK consumer confidence, which registered at -19, which is slightly below, ever so slightly below expectations of -18. And moving on to the USD futures FX pairs, the US dollar showed some strength the past couple of sessions amongst the futures major currency pairs. The USD euro lost about 0.25% and is currently trading at 1.1846 as of this writing, the second strongest of the USD pairs on this list today. USD CAD had the best day of the pairs, losing only 0.17% and currently trades at 0.7278. USD GBP logged a 0.53% loss on the day and is currently trading at 1.355, while the Swiss franc came down about 0.5% versus the US dollar and is trading right now at about 1.274. Japanese yen fell in today's trading session as well, losing over 0.7% and is currently trading at just below the 148 mark at 147.96 yen to the US dollar. Lastly, the New Zealand dollar lost 1.3% against the US dollar today, and the pair currently sits at 0.59. Cryptocurrencies were a bit bullish today across the board. Bitcoin is up 0.94% and currently trading at 116,840 as of this writing, with Ethereum up about 1.6% and currently trading at the 4578 level. We also have Litecoin up 2.8%, trading at $118. And then XRP is up 1.2%, trading at $3.07. And Solana is up 3.5%, trading at $246.50. On the commodities front, we have gold futures, which lost about 0.4% on the day and currently sits at $3,673 per troy ounce. Conversely, we have silver futures, which had a small gain of 0.25% today after testing the previous day's spike low of 41.5, and we are currently trading just above the $42 per troy ounce level. WTI crude oil futures lost 0.5% on the day and are currently trading at $63.20 per barrel. And then lastly, for our key events tonight, we have the Bank of Japan policy rate and monetary policy statement releasing along with the Bank of Japan's press conference early tomorrow morning. Now, without further ado, it is time for our Quiet Markets Live trading session with both myself and Coach Tiger. So let's get to the trading. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Coach Tiger. How you doing, sir? How's everything?
Oh, I thought you were introducing yourself there for a second.
Touche, touche.
Happy Thursday or happy Friday in Asia.
Happy Thursday.
Yeah.
It's
been
excited
quite
for the weekend.
week.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, me too.
For sure.
Very excited for the weekend.
How was your trading morning this morning? Everything good? What'd you participate in today?
Oof. Let's just say the zones aren't working since the rate decision came out.
Oh yeah, man, that's rough.
The markets have a mind of their own right now. It's just not respecting a whole lot of anything, any of my methods anyway. So yeah, not go from having the best week last week to having a kind of a crummy week this week, but that's trading, right?
Balance. I was gonna say that sounds exactly like trading. That sounds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you have a good streak, and then maybe you risk a little more than you should the next week, and then you kind of get humbled a little bit. That's been my week. But a lot of lessons were learned, man. So that's the positive side of it.
For sure.
But
I've been there.
I mean,
I've been there.
I'm definitely looking forward to next week though, because it'll be a little bit lighter on the news front for the dollar. And with all the craziness we had this week, it's just a matter for me of just letting the rest of the week kind of shake itself out, and then come back Sunday, see what the banks did, and start planning and plotting for next week. It should be a lot more of the way I see it, it should be a lot. I feel like my levels will be respected a lot better next week. You get everything shaken out. You start to see some trends, and you start to see some more respect on our trading methods. So I seem to notice a lot. Like I try to go ham on the news week like this, and then kind of fall on my face, and then come back the next week after the dust settles, and it seems like I have some of my better trades, better weeks, rather than trying to time it with all the volatility. So, but no, it's great week of learning. I mean, hey, us coaches are here to learn too, right? Not just you awesome people in the chat. We learn too. It's a constant evolution. Hello, Cal. Howdy. Hello, Jose. Welcome. Yeah, so if you guys and gals have anything you want us to look at, as always, let us know. Charts, news, any of that. I thought I could just. Did you have any setups at the moment there, Mr. Paul?
Well, funny, like literally while we were just talking right here, I was looking to get long gold, and then it kind of just took off without me. It just took off like literally $3 an ounce without me. which was unfortunate. I had it literally in my sights about 1 minute before it did that. And I just, unfortunately, I hesitated a little bit there. And I went to go down to the micro contract. And by the time I went to go do that, it spiked up $2. So, maybe we'll see a little bit of a pullback here and another opportunity to get in, but I highly doubt it. So I'll just, I'll keep an eye on it and everything. And aside from that, yeah, like we can just, if you got any setups or anything, we can go through your setups and I can chime in.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I just thought I would maybe go over the week that was, or the week that still is. Take a look at the reports and see how it kind of turned the dollar around just a little bit and my top setups. Yeah, I'm pretty much sitting in slim pickings right now with all the with my setups. I have like a small handful of like 4 good ones, and that's about it right now. So yeah, we can definitely show that back end if you don't mind. Just flip on over. And we'll check out my chart. And while they're doing that, yeah, just as a recap this week for the dollar, we obviously had the funds rate come out yesterday on the dot. The day before, Tuesday, we had a pretty good core retail sales number and retail sales, the month-over-month numbers. So a little bit of welcome news there because we hadn't had a good piece of news for quite a while. And of course, that is more so skewed towards the growth metrics. So if we're looking at that, yeah, retail sales, we obviously had a pretty good surprise on that number, the retail sales. And then the jobless claims that we had come out today was pretty good looking. So we had that really ugly surprise the previous week, and it looks like they revised it up at 1,000 because I think that number was 263,000. So they actually revised it up 1,000 as far as the unemployment claims. So even just yet another piece of negative news. But anyway, yeah, we kind of rebounded, forecasted 240 and had a actual at 231. So yeah, 2 for 2 this week. Good job, U.S. Right. So it's not all doom and gloom quite yet. The jobs. That jobless claims actually gave the jobs meter a little boost. So still only 25%, but it's better than zero. So the dollar was all the way down to 22% just at the start of the week. But now it's doubled up to 44%. So still will be nice to see some good inflation metrics come in at some point and a little more jobs data as well. But might even, the way I see this, we could be seeing a little bit of a boost in the dollar. I'm not saying it's going to go to the moon, but over the next handful of days, maybe a week, we could possibly see a little bit of a turnaround on the Dixie, and then obviously all the dollar denominated currency pairs. So let's see, retail sales. I think this was my chart. Yeah, so there we go. I mean, you had a couple ugly months back in May and June. On the zero and negative front, but then we've kind of rebounded just a little bit, and most importantly, beating those forecasts. So that graph is looking a lot better than it was, like I say, a few months ago, as far as the retail sales number. And then, also looking out at the unemployment claims number we just had come in. Just as a refresher, we had that big ugly number last week. Again, it was revised up to 264, but yeah, this is down to looking a little bit better, the 231,000. So 2 for 2 on the week, like I say, for the U.S. dollar. Not saying it's going to the moon, but people have been chanting death to the dollar, and here we go. At the time you think it's going to fall apart, get a little bit of a rebound. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a Nostradamus or anything, but that couple bits of news plus meeting expectations, obviously on the interest rate itself. I mean, we could potentially see a little bit of a rebound. Now, I'm not going to hold my breath that it's going to go any higher than about something like that. But but yeah, I mean, it's helped the case for a couple USD currencies that I'm watching. Dollar CAD and dollar Swiss seem to be the ones on my top setups at the moment for buys. So it's just kind of a nice little welcome sign. Just going back to, and then, here's kind of our updated surprise meter. So again, we got the dollar at 44%. But overall, the currencies are just underperforming like crazy when you aggregate them all. I mean, the British pound is still the one leading the way. Well, I guess it's now the one leading the way because the Aussie dollar was hovering in the 71% range for a while. But as you can see, it's actually dropped. So, and that was because they had some pretty poor employment numbers as well. Their unemployment rate stayed the same at 4.2%, but for their employment change, they had a revised number the previous period up to 26,500. They forecasted 21.2 thousand on Wednesday jobs, but then the actual number was minus 5.4 thousand. So ugly number for Australia. That's why their 71% has dropped all the way down to a 57%. So that's a bit about that. But that's the lowest aggregate average I've seen on the 8 major currencies in a while. 37%. So
right.
Just overall, it's just underperformance, economic underperformance, right? The economists are just getting those numbers not quite so right.
Right. I do real quick before we continue on. I do want to say I did. I literally, as soon as we switched off your screen, my friend, I got into a long gold trade, and I accidentally only got into 1 micro instead of 3 like I normally do because my default changes on this account. I have a different challenge account, and the default's 1 on this one instead of 3 like I have in my other account. And I got long at 36.76.9, and literally gold immediately ripped up. Where we ripped up $5 an ounce. I got out at $3.5. I got out at $3.5 an ounce. It's like a $33. It was like a $33 win. That could have been a lot better if I was able to get into more position there. But I mean, I got something. I caught something at least here in the beginning. But that was so quick, man. Like that happened literally within 2 minutes. Not even really.
And the default.
For real. So
3 is my favorite number. So that sounds like that would be my same number.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, green is
but
green.
We can continue.
So
Yeah.
But as far as today goes, obviously the pound, they kept their rates unchanged. Unemployment claims, we just went over that. Philly Fed index was pretty good as well. That's actually a pretty big number for the Fed index. Minus the previous minus 0.3, forecast 1 and 1.7. Big old 23.2 numbers. So, I mean, with this good news we've had this week, I mean, I could definitely see that helping out the case for a couple currencies I'm watching. So, and then, like you said in the news, we got the Bank of Japan rate coming out at some point. They always put tentative on here. They don't. They I think they like to hide the times. So I don't know. Did you see it
for whatever reason?
Anywhere?
I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They just always seem to do that. But that's going to round out our Friday. The pound retail sales and Canada retail sales. So, that's essentially it for the dollar as far as the red folder events this week. And then next week, just looking ahead, go back over here real quick. So, Monday, nothing. Let's see. The next dollar. Okay, so we're going to have the PMI data come out on Tuesday. The flash data, I should specify. So they don't have the projections up yet, but both of those are in expansion territory. So we'll see what we get out of that. New home sales on Wednesday, and then unemployment. The normal unemployment on Thursday, and then final GDP. Okay, so that'll be probably the bigger one. And then the Fed's favorite on Friday, the PCE, will be out 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, just a little bit lighter, and I like that. I think that I can focus more on pure supply and demand plays, for me. So, get back into some higher time frame stuff. See if we can't find some swing trades, and yeah, just find some small time frames along the way, fill the time. So, but that's pretty well
For
the
sure.
economic calendar. And then how does it all shake out? Well, let's see here. My top setups here. Like I said, it's a little bit on the slim picking side. So gold is actually fallen off of the bullish list. Obviously, it's not surprising. I mean, with all the good data that we had this week, gold was kind of hanging on for dear life anyway, 5 and 6 all week. I think it got up to 7 at one point, but yeah, it's completely dropped down to neutral. So, as always, a -5 makes it onto the bearish list. A +5 makes it onto the bullish list, but I really prefer the higher numbers. So pound New Zealand, Aussie New Zealand, dollar CAD, and dollar Swiss. I mean, that's really the main ones for now. Just mainly those. Not a whole lot.
Yeah.
I mean, this list in half since early in the week. This list was twice this size, but very dynamic list. So as far as pound New Zealand and
do you find like the pound New Zealand and the pound or the Aussie New Zealand pairs to have like wider spreads? Like, are the spreads all right, or are they fine?
On the first broker I ever had, yes. The Euro New Zealand had the highest spread. It was like a spread of like anywhere from 6 to 8 pips.
Jeez.
Like, it was
That's
huge.
bad.
So just kind of equivalent that to your ticks, and there you go. But all the brokers I've had ever since that very first one have been down to normal. I mean, yeah, the ones I have, I don't think, maybe 2 to 3 pips max on all the pairs. So when I had that original account I had, I don't even think I traded Euro New Zealand just because of that reason. It was just so dang expensive just to get into it.
Right.
And then, some of these others, New Zealand Swiss, and some of those other more exotic of the miners, I should say. But no, I don't have to. Thankfully, don't have to worry about that anymore. I can trade them all pretty without having to worry about the spread too much, so long as I'm not doing it around a news event, obviously. But yeah, pound New Zealand, that's number one on the list. So we'll take a look. I mean, obviously trying to buy this market. It did bounce into a higher time frame supply a while back and then bounced down, and now it bounced off this 4-hour demand. So it's on the way back up, and I'm just looking for a simple pullback on this. We do have a 4-hour demand, and then within that 4-hour, we do have a 1-hour demand for confluence. So that's really play number one right there. I was trying to play around up here at the top at one point, but you can see that it didn't. It just didn't respect a whole lot of these zones on the smaller time frames. So, anytime that happens to me, I just go back to the one, dance with the one that brought you, right? Just go back to the higher time frames.
Right.
So that's essentially my play right there. Just get a simple bounce or drop down to the demand of the 1 hour that's inside of the 4-hour, and that's probably play number one going into next week.
Okay.
Yep. That would be number one. And then, pound New Zealand is right there. I'm sorry, Aussie New Zealand is right there as well. So very, very similar. But I've got an alert set on this 1-hour demand. I need to get rid of some of these old drawings. So about a 50% pullback from this swing low to swing high. So I mean, I do like this play. If that one doesn't want to work out, I do actually have another zone down here on it. So it's a smaller time frame. It's a 10-minute, but within this 10-minute demand, there's actually a couple 1-minute little zones. So I'm not so interested in this now. I was interested in this area when price was still playing around in this area, but obviously it's made much higher highs since. But it's still something I'm going to keep an eye on. I mean, you got a 1 hour here, you got a 1 hour here in the context of that 10 minutes. So, if it were closer, it would make a lot more sense. But at this point, I'm probably not going to pay as much attention to it. I'd be paying more attention to this, and then that's definitely going to be my 1A and 1B option, I guess. between Aussie, New Zealand, and then the pound, New Zealand. But yeah, this
Okay.
whole leg started from bouncing off of a demand further back. So just get rid of that. But yeah, that's 1A and 1B right there. And then dollar CAD, dollar Swiss for the dollar pairs I mentioned. Go back up here to my dollar Canada dollar. Yeah, so on this one, we had this drop base rally. So origin of this recent strong move up, real simple. So just going to drop that down to got a 15-minute demand down here, and obviously it's in the context of a 1-hour demand, so it's more confluence I like to see. So yeah, just a simple drop down to the 15 and out of the long side. That's probably going to be my third favorite play. And then lastly is the dollar Swiss. Kind of a similar picture. Got an alert down here, an alert down here, but yeah, I'm just more so looking off this more recent leg up. That'll be about your 61.8 for those fib traders. So just got a nice little base in action on a 15-minute demand. Same thing. Just give me a drop down, buy to the long side. Probably take my profits up in this area. So that would be number 4. I guess 2A and 2B would be my dollar CAD and dollar Swiss pair, right? Got a 1A and a 1B, and then you got a 2A and a 2B. And then obviously a further down zone just in case this one doesn't work out. But yeah, just kind of looking at this recent leg, every candle is pretty much overlapping the candle to the left. I mean, there's a very tiny, just looking at inefficiencies here, there's a very tiny little gap from here to here. Like, I don't think that's enough to worry about. Just a little bit of a gap. So I'm pretty much going to ignore that and just stick with this one here because you got a gap above it and then obviously a big spike up. So yeah, that's my 4 plays, man, as far as a little bit higher time frame stuff outside of whatever I can maybe see if I can find on a 5-minute time frame here in the quiet markets. But,
no, for sure, of course. I mean, hey, that's a good base for sure, and maybe there'll be a little gold trade or a NASDAQ trade or something we'll be able to both partake in at some point today. But I actually am in a gold trade again real quick. Again, I'm only in one micro. But we can flip to my screen here. It's really starting to. Gold looks like something's going on. I mean, we essentially like I don't know if there was any sort of news or anything. I can't tell honestly. Let me look on Financial Juice. And no, I don't think so. I think there's just all of a sudden, like, people are realizing, hey, gold's pretty good in this current climate. So I saw some basing action occurring here on this 5-minute time frame. So if I go to the 1 minute, we were breaking up here. It looks like we're consolidating again, but there's a bunch of trapped sellers down here at this 36.81. So I got long 1 micro and I was looking to get long another micro closer to that 36.81. I just jumped in at 36.82.8 for the sake of it. Genuinely looked like it was about to break out. It was getting very antsy. It looked like the buyers were getting antsy and really started pushing things up. So I got in on one there just to be conservative, and I'm going to probably add here in a second. If you know what, here we go. So stop is in place. I'm going to add another one right here. So I'm in 2 micros now. And I might add another in a second here.
That's quite the easy spot for your eyes to find a stop, or just under, huh?
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
And I don't mind, like, even if I get stop picked here, that's fine. The whole reason I have it right below there is simply because I genuinely see aggressive negative delta at that 36.81 level multiple times, and we couldn't bust through it. So the thought is just put it right below it. If we get stop picked and then I see aggressive buying delta come in and push us back up, I'll just get long again. I'll get in.
Yeah.
I don't mind getting stopped out to then be confirmed and then get back into the trade, or to get stopped out, proven wrong, and we just flush, and I've managed my risk the way I needed to, and that's all there is to it. So not a bad trade here, I think, especially with the consolidation, the breakout, and then consolidation essentially above. Let's show it with a horizontal line. Literally where my stop is, that's kind of hilarious. I need to delete this line. Okay.
Yeah,
Where my stop is actually where that consolidation was, which makes sense why we're like trying to defend this area. I probably should have a tiny bit more, like, a couple more ticks maybe. There, I just moved my stop a tiny bit, a couple ticks. I was one tick away from being stopped out there, actually. So if we do get stopped, I'm going to look to see if any sort of buying pressure comes in. Let's go on the 5-minute here. In like the 36.78 area or 36.76 area to see if we make another leg up. I just got stopped out there, so I'm down $20. Not huge. Not the big deal.
Got a former double top to the left too. Resistance. I wonder if we could get a wick. A wick back up.
Oh yeah. We definitely. I feel like we are going to be bullish here in this overnight. So I definitely am just going to be looking mostly long, unless there's something glaring that tells me to be bearish now. But I might have simply just gotten stop picked and might need to just get back into this. So
rug pulled.
Yeah, and I just actually got right back into this. I'm going to put the stop here right below this 9-period EMA on the 5-minute, and then on the 1-minute, we're going to go.
Yeah, I like that. Took the volume, took the liquidity.
Looked like buyers wanted to really get back in there all of a sudden. So I was like, you know what? We just need to get back in this. We need to get back in this sucker. Give it a chance. I'm going to actually move my stop up to below that wick now. If I get stopped out again, that's fine. But let's just keep the risk minimal here, because things are whippy. Things are whipping. I got to give it wide enough to let it work, but I need to, manage my risk, a decent bit. So let's see if we can push up right here. We need to see some aggressive buyers come in at 36.80.
Come on, bounce off that double top. I'm thinking about it.
Well,
too.
It's pretty cool that catching the breakout right here at the 36.76 area was super nice. I just needed to be in bigger position there, and I messed up with my defaults because that's unfortunate. But yeah, it would be nice to catch this next to see this kind of little flag play out of sorts, this like bullish flag to play out, and then rip up to the 36.90 area. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I've got my target way too far up here. I did not want that far, but there we go. But what were you going to say? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Oh no, I was no. I'm looking at the same area. Just kind of wanting to see what the 5-minute close does. See if it can give a wick. 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And that. A little bit of a demand a little further down if it decides to go down. Couple.
It would be nice to see this 15-minute candle close here in a second. Okay, it's closing here. It just closed, and then we just simply start being bullish here. This like little indecision doji candle over the last 15 minutes might have been just consolidation,
Mm-hmm.
and then we pick it back
Oh,
up.
yeah.
So let's get long another contract here. I'm long 3 now. 3 MGC.
I'll take that.
Long 3 MGC contracts.
36. 36.45. Do. Right. Got your doll? Well,
if
no.
what?
Oh, I forget. No, you're a Bucks fan. I totally forgot. I was about to say you got your Dolphins playing on TV, but you're the Bucks, right?
Oh no, yeah. I'm a Jags fan actually. A Jags fan, which is even worse.
Jags,
way
I'm
worse.
Sorry.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. That's right. You and I were picking 1 and 2. I remember the conversation.
I couldn't be so lucky but to be a Bucks fan at this point, man. Oh my goodness. I'd kill to be a Bucks fan at this point. I mean, my wife's family, they're all Bucks fans because they're from the Tampa area. So, as like a consolation prize, I guess I get to root for them a little bit here and there. But it looks like we want to break down. We might break down here. Actually, it looks like the buyers kind of gave up. Might see some more consolidation occur here. Break down a little bit.
Yeah, there's a couple little small 5-minute zones below. I was keeping an eye on in case they do break lower. One there. Okay, that one's already got an efficiency. This one here. Couple little ones. We'll see. See what happens. 5 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute. All right, let's see what this looks like. Okay. How low can I go? Because there is a 1 minute zone there. It's only $1 wide though.
Yeah.
That might be sketchy. But
yeah,
a lot higher.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather wait for the 5 minute. But the 3 1 minute candles coming out of it looked really good though, with high volume. That's the only reason I'm even giving it a look. On the XAU USD, that's down at 36.44. I guess that's your 36.76, 36.77 area.
Yeah, this is struggling, dude. Feels like a 99% chance of when it stopped out. Yeah, there we go. All right, so that stopped out. That's fine. I'm going to let that one go for now. I need to essentially just watch this for a little bit, see if I can't find a new long opportunity. I don't want to just keep getting long without. I thought I had confirmation at 9:27 p.m. I thought I had confirmation there, and it just didn't pan out. Like now we're bouncing off of the 9-period EMA on the 5 minute and aggressively too. So this might be it, honestly, which is funny.
Cat and mouse game.
Yeah, I've got to keep an eye on this for sure. Oh, boy.
200 EMA as well. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's the 800 EMA.
800? That's a big one.
Yeah, so Michael uses 800 and 200 with his. So I just like to, and I've been seeing how powerful it can be on a lot of his trade setups that he does every single day on Forex Fire. And so I just like to flip and see whenever it gets hit. Yeah, it's a huge one, that's for sure. But it's one of the big ones that helps him to filter out his trades. Because if it gets in the way of his risk reward, like if it's only giving him a 1-to-1 or something, or one like a 0.75 to 1, then obviously that helps him filter them out. filter out the ones that could potentially reverse after hitting it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems to be pretty potent. Now, obviously, he uses it mostly on the 1 hour, and he'll drop down to a 15-minute every now and then. Like today, he dropped down to 15, but yeah, it's more of a higher time frame, but
Right.
still interesting
All
to see
right.
it on a smaller time frame.
I am long one MGC again. I am only long one though. And I am going to be a little, I will be a sucker until I can, I genuinely, when I saw that big pop up there on decent buy volume, I will say though, that with this being only long one contract, the only reason I'm long one instead of just getting into 2 or 3 immediately was because even though there were decent buyers, they were closer to the top of that candle and we're coming back down already. So it's looking like the longs are just not going to play out, honestly. I think I've taken my last stab at this little consolidation area that we've now been in for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes going into 30 minutes. Yeah, so I just got taken out there. So I'm just going to let that go. And I have to look elsewhere, I believe. I think I got to look for something a little bit easier now.
Yeah.
This is grueling.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, I'm going to probably keep an eye on the 5-minute zones a little bit lower down, closer to the start of that move up, that most recent move up. Personally, 7:40 p.m. start.
Right.
8:40. Couple little 5Zs there that I might be interested in. Of course, there's a 1 minute right in the middle, right in the 50% retracement area as well that is going to probably start flirting with me here in just a minute or two. I just like those candles coming out of that 50% fib area. Really do. Big, strong candles right there. Really good volume. But again, it's just a 1 minute. So I haven't a ton of experience yet on the 1 minute. Now, 5 minutes, I feel a little more comfortable with that. A little more basing action. But the question is, how much can you really trust a 1 minute? So had a couple winners on it, had a couple losers on it. So it's kind of mixed results at the moment for the 1 minute. But yeah, looking at the 5 minute, I mean, obviously that's the best basing before that next big candle move up as far as the volume. So yeah, we're just gonna see what happens if we can come down there.
Yeah,
I've already kind of pre-built in my stop loss. Let's see here, 36. Actually, I need to do. What did I do? Oh yeah, down here. Yeah, we shall see. Yeah, gold at the moment. So I say it fell off my bullish list. It's still a 4, so it's still more a buy than it is a sell, obviously.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I also have to keep in mind that all the U.S. reports this week were bullish, or were beat expectations, which by default goes against gold. Oops.
Right.
Let's see here. Why does that? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so I think at this point I'm just going to put a little alert down here on that 5-minute zone. That way I can take a look at another market so I don't forget about it.
Well, I will say on the ES, I'm looking at the ES right now. We're trading at basically 6,700 here. And point of control is at 66.95 from the previous trading session. Value area low of 66.90 and value area high of 67.07. So we're basically right in the middle, which isn't great. It's not good for me. For my prospects of making a trade here, to be quite honest. Gold seems to be the one where where the opportunity it has been existing and whatnot. So I unfortunately might have to just stick to the gold chart and just try to, be patient with the opportunities here. And not take too many trades of any sort. And just keep like the my peripherals on the indices at the same time. But yeah, it looks like I'll be going back to gold here.
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
Actually, what was my score? I know I had NASDAQ as a bullish 6. Of course, it would hit that demand zone while I was sleeping, of course. That was beautiful, too. Didn't even need the higher time frame one. It bounced off the lower time frame one perfectly. Like it was a 15. Yeah, I mean, it's so nice when it's picture perfect. Just got to get into the dang things. That's the other half.
Yeah, you need an algo, man. We need to you need to set yourself up with a little algo or something.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. It really wouldn't. I guess I've never really thought about that. I know. Yeah, Coach Michaels, he's been trying to get one built for his methods, but he said he's had a guy try to do it, and he just can't seem to get it right. They say he's spending a lot of money on something that they're not doing right, so he's kind of gotten frustrated from it. It sounds like a lot of work. It's obviously best to have traders build it, right? People that actually understand the trading world.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, and then I had one hit on Bitcoin. I was just looking at. Of course, it's kind of retracing a little bit. Let me see here.
A little look at Bitcoin.
Yeah, just looking at gold overall. I mean, I feel like just in the short term, it's got to make some type of a pullback. Obviously, going parabolic forever, and then you have nothing but good dollar news this week. I mean, I ultimately have a much lower alert set than probably a lot of people. I have one up here in this congestion area, but I'm more interested in this one a little further down at 35.87, but even more interested in this area below it because we actually had a 4-hour inside of a daily. That's my bread and butter. And the 4-hour had a nice gap up. So, yeah. I mean, if I could hand pick price to go somewhere, 35.60 area is where I wanted to go. So that would be down here, obviously. But I got to be aware of these zones up top, see what's up. I got a pretty strong 4-hour there as well with a nice push up. So for the time being, it's keep an eye on.
What's funny is like with gold when I'm looking at gold, I'm thinking like the pullback might have already happened, and now we're revving the engines for a new breakout in the next week above 37.40 or 44, whatever the high is here on the futures side. But it's kind of funny because in my head, we've now supported like in the futures the 36.67 area after the whole Fed situation, cutting rates. Like we've kind of supported this level now a couple times, and we're consolidating above it this past 24 hours. So I'm wondering if we consolidate, make a sort of triple bottom, get what it kind of looks like a triple bottom, and then just reverse right back up and start making new highs on gold. But I think we'll see that in the next day, if not early next week, in terms of like whether or not that's going to hold, whether we're going to see either a continuation downwards and break that 36.70 area, or if we just go right back to the upside. So
yeah, I mean, the reason I do like this higher alert is because you got all these buyers buying here, putting their liquidity down in this area. So, I'm just looking to see if the banks want to collect those sell orders to fuel their buy orders and then drop down into the unfilled orders for liftoff. So that's kind of my thinking, and that's really the main reason I'm liking this zone here, without having the daily confluence that I like to see. But it has a nice gap of its own, and again, I would think there'd be a lot of stop losses down here for the bank to collect, and yeah, just drop a little bit further into my zone. 4 hour with a 1 hour, I think it was inside of it. Yeah, so there's my 1 hour candle right there at the bottom of that congestion to the left. So that's kind of my thinking on that. We'll see if that rings true, but there's my kind of my liquidity area there. Of course, a lot of these people could also be taking their profits up here too. So how much liquidity would be left, right? So that's kind of the ongoing question to balance out. So, but pretty logical in my mind. So, but further decline due to the good dollar news. I mean, we'll see if it works. But yeah, like I said, I've been scorched this week on the smaller time frames, so just trying to look ahead to next week more so for some high time frame stuff. Oil dropped into as far as oil goes, it dropped into a demand as well, and I was getting close to pulling the trigger on this one this morning in Forex fire, but I was already in 2 or 3 other things. I just didn't want to put too much, but yeah, it's just been a classic case of Murphy's Law this week, man. Had a lot of zones hit, but the zones that didn't hit are the ones, unfortunately, I was in the trades on. So,
that's
just the way it worked. Because I mean, that was about a 2-to-1 right there.
Man,
funny stuff.
So rough.
It's old news now. Yeah, let's see some alerts I got here. New Zealand yen I think that's one of my bearish items. Let me go over here. Yeah, -5. So as far as the bearish side of my assets, I got 3, and that's it, and they're all just -5. So not really the strongest. So I got New Zealand yen, I got CAD Swiss, and then I got Euro Aussie. So those are the only 3 items on the bearish list. Everything else is some higher up negative numbers, so not enough to make me want to be jumping anything higher time frame for sure, but maybe perhaps on a small time frame. But yeah, I mean, in New Zealand yen, best play that I can come up with over here for the moment on a higher time frame is just to as I get an alert hit. And Aussie Swiss, what was Aussie Swiss? Okay, so getting 2-timed over here. Odd Swiss and Aussie CAD. They just hit at the same time. So Aussie Swiss, like I said, it's a +6. Aussie CAD is where's it at? Oh, it fell off. Oh, no, it's a 6. Okay. So a couple 6s here. All right. So there's Aussie Swiss. There's Aussie CAD. Aussie CAD was on a little bit higher time frame. Okay. So that one's bouncing into a 1 hour, I believe it was. Go look at this real quick. Yeah, so 1 hour. Looks like I got another zone on a smaller time frame, probably a 15 or something, showing a little confluence. So I kind of prefer price to drop down into the 15. So 15 inside of a daily. You got plenty of gaps up on both those time frames. So I do like that. So I just need that one to drop in a little more for me to be interested. So that's Aussie CAD. Flip back over to Aussie Swiss. This is the smaller time frame. Yeah, ugly downtrend. No way of. Let's see here. 4 hour. I don't really like that as a demand. That demand right there was already touched, so that negates that one. That demand was formed from bouncing in another demand, so I don't really care for that. We'll keep an eye on it, though. Yeah, I think I'm still a little ways away from these zones. But
you just mentioning, or you just with you talking about currencies, it made me just think okay, I was thinking about JPY, and I was like, you know what? I was talking about wanting to possibly trade the NKD futures, and I needed to look up the specs real quick on the NKD futures because I'm not too familiar. And I saw it was every tick is essentially like 5 points. So the Nikkei is trading at right now like 45,455. So every tick is like
Yeah.
would be 460, 465, 470. So every 5 points, it's $25 per tick, which is a lot. It's a $25 per tick is a lot. And I was like, no
Mm-hmm.
way. And what I did was I have a practice account, like it's essentially a demo account where I just wanted to test and see, okay. And number one, and then not only that, right now the spread in the overnight is literally when I just took a trade for the sake of making sure that it was $25 a tick. It is number one, and then number two, the spread was like 5 ticks wide, so it was like $100 per it was just it's insane, it's hilarious. But I thought that was funny because it's like way too high risk
Dang.
for me to do in my challenge account. So I won't be trading NKD because the risk is just excessively high for a challenge account. Um, but yeah, just thought that was quite interesting. Never, unfortunately, that one will not be on the list of futures I trade anytime soon.
Okay,
Here,
so
so
there goes gold. It's gone, so we can officially put to bed those zone ideas. It's
oh,
just a
okay,
dropping
it's
like
to the
crazy.
downside.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, XAU, but I imagine
Whoa,
yours will look pretty similar. Yeah.
yeah,
Let's see. Any new?
look at that.
No, that's Japanese CPI. Let's see here. Refresh my goodies here. Bank of Japan. Okay.
Wow, what a fake out!
There she
Oh my
blows.
god,
Go to a
it
higher
is
time
breaking
frame.
apart.
Oh, actually, I need to go back over
Dang.
here. Woo! All right. So we got a zone down here. Like I said, we got that liquidity. The area that may or may not be there. Like I said, most of these, probably a chunk of these people probably took their profits. So we'll see if there's any liquidity left. But yeah, still quite a ways down. But at this point, yeah, just drop into that zone and I'll be interested in taking a stab at it the other way. But it's still quite a ways away from that area, obviously. Yeah, see, this reversal point here didn't really go very far, so I'm not excited about anything in this area, even if I go all the way down. Yeah. I mean, pretty good volume on this turnaround, but just didn't go very high. Didn't have enough strength to push it up to break any highs or swing highs, so just not too interested in that area. Oh, look at that reversal candle, though. Holy cow. Well, it definitely caught a bid down here. So okay, well, shoot. So it essentially caught a bid off this 1 minute candle at the moment. My goodness. There you go.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
missed it, actually.
Oh,
Just missed it, but golly.
dude.
It's not fair. That's not fair. It's just not fair.
With such a volatile asset right now, it's like you have to be on the money. Like you just have to be literally waiting in the wings for the opportunity. And if you're not there for the split second or split minute, like it's just gone. Like you just saw, like it's unfortunately, it's just how it is lately. Just how it is.
Look at that wick on a 5 minute.
Right.
Golly.
Crazy.
10 minute. It's already back where it started 5 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
And all this is pretty efficient. So I don't see it stopping this if it's going to keep moving like that. I don't know. I mean, you had the almost engulfing candle a little bit. I mean, the volume's already coming back down to normal. So it looks like it wants to kind of balance out again here in a minute. A couple minutes, maybe, a few minutes. Back down to this level on the volume. Crazy stuff. Let's see what
Crazy.
is in the news. Let's see if there's anything relevant in here. Best yuan weakness, a bigger problem for Europe. Okay, so Bank of Japan set to keep interest rates on hold for the 5th consecutive. Oh, I wonder if they're flapping their lips in Japan right now. Did we get any update on their
Yeah.
decision yet? Let's go look here.
They're expected to not do anything again. So they're expected to
All
just
right.
keep everything the same. So maybe that was it. Maybe they did confirm that. Bank is
0.38% drop, 0.2% rebound. Well, getting a little bit of a wick above.
yeah.
Candle's getting
So do we see?
smaller, and the
Yeah.
volume is getting smaller. Oh, shoot. Flip back around to the opposite end. Was there a 5-second supply zone in this area?
Part of me wants to be short right now, but I could also just see it completely ripping back up here. Kind of like a
Yeah.
big drop move followed by a large rebound, consolidation, larger rebound right back up to where we were at 3680. I wouldn't be surprised at it, so I'm gonna stay out of it for now. Maybe the
Me
indices
too.
showing. Yeah.
Let's go back to my Aussie CAD and Aussie Swiss real quick. Obviously, gold and Aussie kind of go a little hand in hand. Okay, so we did drop into that bottom zone. Now I'm going to watch on a 1-minute time frame, see if we can get a W pattern coming out of this. That's the Aussie Swiss. Let me just go look at that one real quick again. Oh, yeah. So I'm not as interested in Aussie Swiss. Aussie CAD is more where I'm interested. I mean, obviously, uptrend, pretty deep retracement into this zone area. Looks good on a 1 hour. Got our 15-minute. So I'm just going to watch and see if we can't get like a W pattern, like Michael's W pattern, right?
That would be sweet.
Something like that. And then get, just a little bit of a bounce resistance to potential support. We'll see if we can get something like that. Just a little bit of a confirmation entry rather than just a blind demand zone bounce.
Yeah.
Since the limit orders haven't been working the greatest, I'm going to have to make it start proving itself a little extra today and tomorrow, or the rest of tomorrow.
Right.
Which is tough to do on the smaller time frames, because if you look for confirmations, well, you're going to miss probably most of your move because it could just bounce. But it's given to. It's given to.
There is. It's like you have to look for enough confirmation to feel comfortable, but not like so much to where you're missing 75% of the move. That's just kind of how it is. It's a little bit of a. There's always going to be risk involved. We'll put it that way. There's always going to be some risk, and you just have to feel comfortable with whatever that risk on the table is. Some people feel more comfortable with taking a little bit more of that, a little bit more of the chance than others, with less confirmation. You do hear a lot of people say, like, exactly what you said. You wait too long for the confirmation, and then the confirmation occurs, you get in the move, and now it's like, okay, well, we confirmed that there's some upside, and yeah, there is. There's a little bit more left, and then with that little bit, you're looking for a longer extended move, and then it just comes back down and stops you out. So there's risk no matter what. No matter what you do, there's going to be risk, I think is the point.
For sure. I mean, because you're going to have, there's because obviously there's the option to buy the breakout of the W, or just wait, let it retrace back to the middle line. So, I mean, yeah, you can overdo it because these traders over here are going to miss the move completely if the move just keeps going. So, yeah, there's give and take. But at the same time, yeah, these traders here, you know, they obviously they get the move like this, come up and just go down and hit their stop. So, give and take. There's give and take. I don't know that there is a right or wrong answer, but it's just it always comes down to what's a person's risk tolerance.
Right. Or you can be me right now, who just got long 1 MGC on that and looking for this continued long here. I just got long 3 actually now, and I'm putting my stop below the wick of this 1 minute candle. Actually,
yeah.
So
I'll just leave that there for
come
now.
on.
We have to adjust the drums. Do the thing.
Let's go. Let's pump up. Let's pump up to 3680.
Oh yeah, let's get a little break out of that recent. Yeah, okay. All right,
Make it happen. Make it happen. And I am going to be ridiculously I'm gonna like keep my stop right below this 1 minute wick here. It's like 1.8 points of risk on the 3 contracts. I'm expecting this to really have more of a swift move upwards instead of like doing some huge consolidation move of sorts over the next like 30 minutes. So if it doesn't really start breaking upwards here in the next few minutes, it's probably just we're just going to see maybe a move back down again, and it's just going to be the wrong trade to make. But I liked, but like if I can provide a little bit more clarity at 9:59 p.m. Eastern to 10 p.m. Eastern, like a little bit after 10 p.m. Eastern, there were some large negative delta trades that are like negative delta volume spurts that came in that 1.5 minutes, and then we rallied up above that. So to me, that was like, hey, some sellers tried to come in and sell things down. They puked up a little bit, and then we went up 2 points because of it. And then some buyers started stepping in here, and I would expect that to continue. Like now I just saw another relatively larger negative delta bubble come in here at the low of that wick right there that just touched the 9-period EMA. And I would expect now that that just occurred and we popped right back up like 5 ticks above, that maybe we would get the breakout and kind of shove upwards here past 3675. But if it doesn't do that, then this is just a failure of the structure that I thought was brewing, and is what it is, like that. See, that's failure. That's a failure of the structure right there that I was looking at. So we would need to see some aggressive buyers come in right here, because this now where we're at is essentially right where those aggressive sellers that I thought got puked out. This is where they were. So we would need to really see aggressive buyers step in right now. And I'm not really seeing it too much. Not seeing it too much at the moment.
Oh boy, I'm getting texted. Is it the weekend yet? No. Yeah. The 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 15 minute. I mean, we've had a little bit of divergence on the RSI for gold. So, I mean, I definitely like the idea of it swinging up. It's just a matter of catching the right spot.
Yeah, no, for sure. 100%. Definitely got to be catching the right spot. And I'm not catching the right spots. I had the right spot I had in the very beginning of the session in the first 5 minutes. And then after that, it's been 4 bad spots that I've caught. But hey, it is what it is. It's not a huge deal, not big losses or anything. So it's written stomach and handle at the moment. We are literally 1 tick away. Just stop me out at this point. Come on. Like, it's gonna happen. Just do it. There we go.
Yeah, the volume
Thank
is
you.
on.
I appreciate that. I
Volume's
appreciate
back
that.
to normal. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. No, I agree. If I'm gonna be wrong, I want to be wrong right away, not 30 minutes later or an hour later.
Right.
Tie up my capital. That's a blessing. That's a blessing to be wrong immediately.
Yeah, for real. Just let me know. Let me know, and I'm out. It's fine. It's fine. Just let me know now, please.
Put me out of my misery.
Oh, man. We're traders. We're used to being wrong. It's not a big deal. Just save my time and effort. That's all that I ask. That's all I ask.
Yeah, we got to be a little masochistic as a trader, right?
Exactly.
I'll say it.
And dude, look at that, man. I might have had a really bad stop. I might have got like literally just 1 ticked like there. And if we rally up after this, this is gonna be a sore one for me. I'm gonna be feeling sore if we rally here. Goodness.
The saltiness is going to come out. He's going to throw his headphones.
Oh yeah, super salty if this happens. Goodness,
I've been picking on Michael for the last 3.5 weeks because he's been salty about the euro pound taking his money. Every time he goes through a deep dive towards the latter part of our Forex fire, and he usually does a deep dive on all of the currency pairs and everything. And every time he comes to euro pound and on to euro pound, this damn thing still owes me my money back. Oh, it cracks me up.
Oh, dude, come on.
And he'll go back 3.5 weeks prior to where he got stopped out for it. He's like, this is why. Hilarious.
Come on, Michael. Is your half bat coming home here? Are we gonna sell down for the half bat and then get long, just like Tiger was saying, get that little W pattern maybe or something, and then we get long, or are we just gonna get long right in my face after getting stopped out by 1 tick here? Oh God, this is gonna be brutal. This is brutal.
Well, I preempted it, so I got in on this 1 minute candle. So we'll see. Just kind of looking at the nice little wannabe upward channel on a 1 minute. We'll see if that can kind of continue, because at this point it has a little bit of structure. I guess you could say half a bat, but not quite. But as far as just having a little bit of a trend line, well, it'd be nice. I'd feel a little more comfortable if I could make a new high right there.
We'll see. No, I think I'm glad that you're in this, because at least somebody's going to be benefiting from this. Unfortunately, I'm not in it with you, but I'm glad you're in it. I'm very happy you're in it. Thank goodness. My suffering came at the expense of you eventually getting into it, and you hopefully getting a nice, good, juicy trade. Come on, gold. Just go up now. Now that I know the Tiger's in it, I want this thing to go up.
Well, I'll feel better if it breaks that high. Okay, there
it is.
Okay, there we go.
There it is.
Now just don't wick up top. Just close up there on this candle, and I'll be happy.
So brutal. So brutal. That's a brutal one. I'll tell you what.
It happens, man.
4.
That what you just went through for the last hour was me all week.
Yeah, dude. 2 ticks. It was 2 ticks.
Yeah.
Those are you never get used to those, to be quite honest. You just
No.
never get used to being ticked out by one or two ticks and then it going in your, that's just something to learn. That's something that doesn't happen to me very often at all, to be honest. This happens very rarely to
Yeah.
me. So, dang, dude, look at that. Look at it. It's going to go up to 3680 on the futures. So that would be
Let's
roughly
get it
a
closed.
8-point winner. That would be
I'm just going to move my
$240. Damn.
I'm just going to move my stop a little bit below that most recent drop. Curl around. I had it under the second one, but moving it over to that one now. Just to lock in a few of this little bit of the stop loss.
Yeah, let's show your screen since you're in the trade and everything. We can show your screen and see the grain, see the grain on your screen.
Yeah, so I had the stop loss below this point to start. And yeah, I got in on this candle because it kind of made a little bit of a trend line here. So I just threw that up. Now we got this trend line up here to worry about. So if we can get a little bit further of a push, I'm going to break even. Actually, we've went 1-to-1 already now that I see it. So perhaps
I think you're going to be good.
Resistance might help me. Let me see here. I mean, I feel like it's going to want to breathe. Let's do this. Cancel that. I mean, 1 point, 2 points. All right, so I'm safe where my stop loss is now. Let's just assume it comes all the way down to this point. Yeah, I don't want to limit myself. I've already taken a little bit of the stop loss off the table. But yeah, I really like the volume on those two candles. So we'll see. We shall see.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we find some support literally right here. That's exactly what I was looking to see if I feel like we might find some support at the current level that we just came down to then try and pop back up to 3680. Come on. Make the pop.
And then that white line is kind of a double top over here that I was keeping an eye on. Former double top resistance. That's that white line. And then trying to look at where it might possibly throw it against me. Throw mud in my face. Come on, just base and close up here, and I'll move it to break even. And see if we can chance chewing through those couple little resistances. It got chilly in here all of a sudden. We had rain here in Kansas most of the day. So it kind of cooled things off a little bit, which was nice. There we go.
There it is.
So at this point, we're going to throw it up there to break even. Give me 50 cents if it goes against me. Let me just give me 2 quarters. That's all I ask. Or you can give me a little more. I'm fine with it.
Oh, man. Come on. Pump it up. Get up to 3680. Come on. 3680.
Close up.
Get to. For you, that would be.
Yeah,
I'm trying to look at the same level. I'm looking at 3648 on your chart. It would be is where I was looking to, like, where I would be getting out.
Yeah,
but it could definitely go higher for sure. But that's was my initial target profit level.
Yeah,
I had.
Yeah,
definitely could go higher.
I may let me go to a 5-minute real quick. Yeah, so we got a little bit of it's bouncing into a supply right now, so that's where I got to be careful. Just kind of looking at this little box here. That's currently where it's at. So, yeah, I think go back to my one. All right, well, it's chewing through it, so that's good. Go ahead and lock in a little bit more. We'll just go underneath that most recent 1-minute swing because we're about to run into that double top resistance now.
Right through it. Come on. Pop through it. Test 30. So test the the next high, which is for if we can pop through 3680, which is what we originally popped through like an hour ago. That like we double topped at 3680 on the futures, which I don't know the equivalent level for. I think the equivalent level for you is 3647.29, where that line is
Yeah.
that you have.
Yeah,
So
that's
if
this
we
one
can
back
pop
here.
through that, yes, exactly. So let's get through that sucker. Come on. We can consolidate right now.
Just
Consolidate right here. That's fine. That's okay.
closed above that downward line, so that's good. But yeah, it's thinking. So it's in a predicament. It's in a supply zone. It's hitting that downward sloping line, and it's right under that double top. Probably would be a wise place to get out, but I'll just risk it. I'll just risk, see if this candle, leg out candle, we got a gap there. So I do like that. But I mean, that's three things going against me. So we'll just see if it can pop through. But yeah, at this point, yeah, that'll be my last resort. We'll see if this 1 minute candle can hold it.
I should have been in that trade with you, man. I should have been in that trade with you. I feel like a fallen soldier. Like I was like I fell, and then I was like, Tiger, go on without me.
I got
okay.
you, brother.
It's okay. And then you're looking
Well,
back, tear coming down your eye. You're like, don't worry, I'll come back for you. And then you just go get your profit real quick, and then you come back for me, and then I hopefully get into another trade. And
well, worst case scenario, I'll have $5.55. So we'll be able to hit the dollar menu on Taco Bell or McDonald's or something. get a couple items apiece. I think I got some change in my junk drawer in my car, so we need a little more for the tax, right? And we can get a big, giant, large ice water, right?
yeah. Could I have a large Diet Coke, but instead of the Diet Coke, could I have just the ice, and could you put water in there, please? Thanks. I appreciate it. Oh, my God.
Oh, and by the way, I know Taco Bell does offer 10% discounts for seniors, so can I have that as well? I have asked for that before, just as a joke. And that's way back in my 20s I asked for it. And they're like, yeah, I can do that. Sure, why not?
No,
I was kind of
crazy.
Okay, thanks.
Wow.
So we used to go karaoke in Ottawa, where I lived, where I went to high school. And it's probably 40 minutes southwest of Kansas City. But yeah, we used to go karaoke every Friday, Saturday night. And then we'd leave the bar and go to McDonald's and Taco Bell. There was a McDonald's, a Taco Bell, and a Wendy's right there. So it's never failed. We'd have a car full of people, and everybody would want something different. So we'd go through all three different drive-thrus to pick up this and that. We would get somebody would. There were a couple of times where somebody ordered a burger or whatever the case is, and then it didn't come with cheese. So we'd go to the next drive-through to pick up the other person's order. Hey, can I have a slice of cheese, please? Just an order of a slice of cheese. And me, I'd always be. Of course, we're a few sheets to the wind at this point, but I'd always order what I ordered, and I'd say, I need a double side of no onions. Because they would always fail and put onions on stuff. I said, not just a side of onions, just a double side of no onions. Like I would always make that explicitly clear. Do not put onions on my goodies. And then one time I think I ordered a straw because we got a drink from one of the places, didn't give us a straw. So I'd ask for a straw. You got a straw? I just need an order for a straw. Man,
just an
order amazing for a straw.
They're probably like, this is. Yeah. I was gonna say some of them probably like this is the most ridiculous order I've ever gotten. One straw, like that's crazy.
I want to look real quick at this setup over here. Yeah, we had a good old time. Okay, so what do we got over here? Oh, okay, so drew that W pretty decent. Okay, so what do we got here? All right, so not quite half of that. Yeah, I still want to see this price action come. So what I like about this on the Aussie Cat is we had the low into the zone, and then we had a higher low, got another higher low, while it's still kind of doing this thing. So, could that potentially just be a simple breakout right there? Let's go look at that on Aussie Cat real quick.
Oh, real
Let's
quick,
write this
Tom's in the
up.
chat. What's up, man?
Who's
Good to
that?
see you.
Oh,
Tom, good old
Tom. Oh,
Tom. Bravo,
what's going
Zulu.
on, Tom?
It's good to see you. First attempt at trading Asian market. Ah, okay. All right. I mean, hey, welcome to the jungle, my friend, because the quiet markets are an interesting one, that's for sure. I'm getting a little beat up here on gold. Gold is just jabbing me in the nose at the moment. I've taken 5 trades on gold. The first one was good. The last 4 were just, again, just literally a jab straight in between the eyes each time. But at least Tiger caught a little bit of a break up there when I got stopped out. It was pretty great, though. It was pretty awesome. He got in longest when I got stopped out. So we got that going right now. So that's good.
I'm going to take this as a breakout on Odd CAD. So obviously we dropped into the let's see here. We dropped into the 15. Let me just make sure it looks the same, because obviously GUI trades looks a lot different at times. Yeah, so here we go. So I'm just going to throw some lines up. Oops. So there's kind of the 15-minute demand. Actually, I'm going to put it right there, because that's the actual candle with the gap above it. So we go back to present time. But the 1 hour. So let's go back over here. 1 hour. Let me just go look. God, I wish they were the same. Okay.
Not trying to drink your long,
candle,
by the way, but I got long with you now. I am long now with you off that pullback there. So
nice.
I'm in the party with you.
No, that's great. All right. So just to recap, it looks better on TradingView, obviously, but yeah, we got the drop into the 15, the 1 hour. I just like the higher lows it was creating. It had that kind of sideways movement up top, or the sideways highs with that basing action in the zone. But yeah, the higher highs. I mean, I like that. Now we could probably turn around and get a retracement here, but I just bought the breakout. I didn't want to miss out on this one. Maybe I should wait for the breakout, or wait for the retracement. But again, there's trade-offs either way. It very well could have broken out and just ran off and left me, because not a whole lot stopping it in this immediate area up until you get up in this area. So we're now long Aussie CAD for 0.37. You can't win if you don't try, right?
Tom said it's super slow, but always allows for some clarity. He's up $6.25. We can pull our money and really do some damage on the value menu. That's exactly what we were just talking about. That's
damn
so
right.
Good.
Damn right.
Take over the dollar menu.
It's trying to. All right, so we got that small little bounce off that zone, but it's curling back around, so that's good. Was that a 5-minute zone? I think I drew up there. Yeah, 5-minute zone. Yeah. All right. I mean, it got a bounce. Like, zones usually always at least get a bounce. It's just whether or not the bounce is going to be strong enough to flip it the other way. So,
right.
But that's a good sign. I mean, it hit the zone, the volume increased, but yeah, now we're playing around on this downward trending line. So, but I like how we closed above that line at one point. But it very well could just snake down this line for a while, for all we know, and then at some point push back up. All right.
Come on. Let's go. Here we go.
Ooh.
Push it up. Push it
real good.
Exactly. Come on.
You see, I'm ruined for the rest of my life, because now every time I hear push, I think of Daryl. throwing some salt and pepper vocals out on y'all's stream.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, dude. That song is sung. Yeah. What would you say every 3 minutes in the streams?
Yeah, every time I've chimed in on your stream before my bedtime, yeah, I always hear it at least once,
Yeah,
at least
dude.
once or
It's
twice.
too funny, man.
It's great. It's great. I mean, you gotta pass the time because otherwise we'd be sitting here staring at each other, drooling, right? Because this, trading ain't the most exciting thing in the world, but it is what you make of it. It's always fun to joke around and cut up, and I'm excited to watch you guys competition you got coming up.
Yeah.
You got the 5-hour thing
tomorrow.
Right?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, tomorrow it's going to be a good one. I'm excited for tomorrow for sure. I'm definitely, so I am very well known in the regular trading hour sessions with the coaches to trade with like lesser size compared to Coach Daryl, Coach Tony, and even Sam will jump into 2 minis at times, and I'm usually just trading 1 mini on the ES or 1 mini on cattle or 1 mini on gold or what have you. I'm dialing in tomorrow, and I'm making sure that I put on the appropriate size to be in the same conversation as the other coaches here, and I'm going to be super dialed in. I'm excited, to say the least.
Yeah,
so,
we were. Richard usually talks about it, just telling all of our chat people about it to go check it out as well. And
awesome.
I remind everybody that I'm sure you guys are gunning for Daryl because didn't he win the last one or the first one you guys did?
Yeah, so. And that one was okay. Oh yes, he did. He did win that one. He won. But it was a little bit makeshift. So it wasn't like this one where we're doing like 5 hours and everything. It was kind of like a shorter time period. But he did win that one. And then we did like a lean hogs one for 1 hour, which technically I think Daryl was winning, but like when we stopped the competition, I still with like 2 minutes left in the session, I kept my position on, and then it just burst. I literally got like a gap up, and I made like $500 or something to get myself out of the red and like $100 over Daryl or whatever. So that one's up for debate.
Yeah,
I think I won the lean. I think I won the lean hogs one, but that would be fitting that I would win the agricultural one. But yeah, it'll be.
That's where you come from, right?
Super fun time.
Yeah,
exactly. Yep, yeah, in the professional space before Hola Prime, I was in the agricultural stuff for sure. So, but yeah, Tom's asking, is it best to do 1-to-1s in this market? He's on the ES. I would say it just depends. It does depend on the product. So you mentioned the ES is actually very helpful. On the ES, I would prefer to do like 1-to-1s for sure. With gold and stuff, it's different. Like the volatility can allow you to really, extrapolate a little bit more gains a little bit more quickly at times because it does get a little bit volatile. But the ES, I would say, like the ES and the NASDAQ specifically, I look for usually closer to 1-to-1s. But it also just depends on how volatile the overnight sessions are in general for the equities. Usually they're not too volatile in the like 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. time slot Eastern time. So I think that's a safe bet, Tom, to kind of mitigate your risk there. Just go for the 1-to-1s and just follow some decent setups. I know it's kind of weird looking at the liquidity in the overnight versus in the regular trading hour session. It's a little bit different. Let's just put it that way. Understanding what better liquidity is versus worse liquidity in an overnight market is harder to gauge at times without, experience of trading it. So.
Yeah. And that's something that's I'll be honest, is very new to me because when I went to my trading academy, I mean, it was kind of drilled into our head. And obviously, these are higher time frames. Go for the 3-to-1s minimum. So that's pretty much where I come from. And yeah, I mean, outside of this week, I mean, I normally have about a 40% win rate. So that's about on par with kind of the numbers. It's just a numbers game. So, so yeah, coming down to the small time frames, that's where I feel like I need to probably adjust a little bit and quit expecting 3-to-1s and 4-to-1s all the time. Just kind of go for those quicker profits. Heck, Coach Alex, because he comes onto our Forex Fire streams in the mornings once in a while, and I was on stream with him on Sunday. He has a lot of negative risk reward trades, but he also has an 80% win rate, right? So there's there's so many different ways to do it. I mean, like he was going through a couple of trades the other day where he had like a 0.37-to-1 reward risk, right? So obviously risking a lot bigger, but you can't argue with an 80% win rate. I mean, just taking but he has to maintain that 80% because if he goes even down to like a 50-50, right? Every time he loses, it's going to wipe it out. But
Right.
He makes it work, and that's the important thing. And he's already passed a challenge, I believe, with us, funded challenge. So
Awesome.
Yeah, it's just interesting to see that even a negative reward risk can do so good. But yeah, so cool stuff. But yeah, but again, that's just where I feel like I need to adjust a little bit. Is just quit expecting all the 3 and 4-to-1s. Just go for the quicker, just the quicker 1-to-1s.
Yeah, I think on the intraday you get used to like taking some 1-to-1s in a decent amount of like situations, but I think you'll just learn how to. I think like, and I'm obviously still learning too in a way to just hold the winners longer, like when to like learning when the structure is showing you can hold the winners longer versus you should just take your 1-to-1. I think that just comes along with like how volatile the market is. Are you in a more of a ranging market or a trending market? There's like some of these like kind of basic questions you need to be real with yourself in real time while you're in the trade and be like, okay, based on this, and this, I should probably just take my money because the chances are we're ranging and we're just going to do a little mean reversion here and I'm going to get stopped out at break even or whatever the case may be. Or if we're in a trendy market, okay, maybe I just trail it a little bit. I know that you like trailing your stuff in the higher time frames and whatnot too, and like kind of do something like that or what have you. It's complicated, but just depends on the market you're in and what it's doing at the time. So
Yeah. So many different ways to do it.
dude, look at this. Like gold is just, it is up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It will not pick a direction. It wants to go up. It feels like it wants to go up. It's making these wicks lower and then getting back up. But come on, just make the push.
Yeah, because
make the push.
It's disrespecting that 5-minute supply. So I like that. It's pretty much disrespecting that downward trending line because it's closing above it. I like that. Just got to get past that double bottom or double top, I should say, further to the left. And then we can perhaps make that next but because it's right there. There we go. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let me show you where it's
at. And she's coming around the corner. She's on the final stretch. Come on. Break through. She passes number 30.
Come.
Come on.
Oh my gosh. There's a guy on YouTube and Facebook. He takes like he gets requests from people and they'll request, hey, sing this song by Elvis, but do it in the style of Disturbed, or do this Queen song, but do it in the style of Frank Sinatra or something like that. And he'll put
Yeah,
music around it, and it just sounds so freaking cool.
that's awesome.
Yeah, he did a Frank Sinatra song, My Way, in the style of Ozzy Osbourne. I saw it today. I'm like, my gosh, that's freaking cool. Oh, yeah,
That
yeah.
is
I
awesome.
got to think of his name. Yeah,
I got to
really
check
cool
that
stuff.
out. I think I've seen one of his actually. I think I've seen one of his videos, and I'm trying to remember which one I did see. Uh,
Yeah, let me see if I
Whatever
can
it
find his
was, I do.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched probably 15, 20 of them before I fell asleep this morning. History. Where's my? Oh, there's my history tab. Okay, here we go. Okay, Anthony Vincent is his name. Anthony
Okay.
Vincent. Yeah, you can find him on YouTube, Facebook. YouTube's best because you can just search his songs on there. But Anthony Vincent, yeah,
Oh,
pretty
dude,
cool stuff.
I have seen this guy.
Yep,
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Which one have I seen? I've got I know I can find the one that I've seen. I just don't know which one it is off the top of my head.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I discovered him because of he did Under Pressure, which is one of my favorite songs by Queen and David Bowie, and he did a pretty good rendition of that. So that was my first time finding
yeah.
him, and then when I found him and heard it, I'm like, oh, that's a pretty good version. But then I started to see all of his other things he did. I'm like, my gosh, this guy's talented. Just hilarious. And he did Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, but he did it in the version of one of those heavy rock bands. I can't remember off the top of my head, but doing nursery rhymes, screamo, like screamo hard rock version. It was hilarious.
Oh my god.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Just screaming at the top of his lungs. Oh yeah, you'll find it. You'll find it on his list there. It's funny.
Dude, that's freaking crazy. That's just hilarious, man. Man, we looked like we were gonna break out there, and we failed it, and now we just came down. Like, this is choppy. This is so choppy, so choppy. We're making barcodes, the barcode lines right now with these wicks on the 5-minute chart here, man. It is just ridiculous. Let's see what the 1 minute looks like. It's not the worst, but
Yeah, I mean, I
not
got
the best either.
I got the 555 minimum if it comes back and hits my trailing stop, but I am sitting about with that and the odd CAD about 31 open P&L at the moment. So should I close it now and then me, you, and Tom, we go out and get a regular value meal, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, shoot, we'll be kings at Taco Bell if we get out now.
Damn right. Get all kind of items for that amount.
They're gonna look at us like,
That's
dude, who are these people? Have way too much money to be. You should go get a steak dinner.
No sweat, just an hour of trading. That's it.
Yeah. Come on, just make the move, Gold. Just do it already. This has been 15 minutes again of torture at the moment.
Brutal.
It's last time I got tortured like this, I lost $60.
Well, the Aussie cat is making its move. It's at least not boring like gold. It's trying to do its thing. It's
okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 straight green candles. Of course, it's bouncing into that resistance that I pointed out earlier. So I would definitely expect a little bit of a bounce on it. I guess I better draw that up.
Gold is
still within
again.
that.
It's
higher time frame demands. Yep. Come on, gold. You can do it. Put your back into it.
It's looking okay. It looks okay. Looking at the order flow here.
Give us a bullish engulfing candle. See if I care.
Come on. Yeah, here we go. Come on. It's just just eat up the liquidity up to 3680, and I think we're good. I think the offers will back down and we'll be
Yeah, I think
good.
it's RSI.
Come on, just do it. Okay, candle just closed. Would have loved to see that pop at to 3680 and then close, but if we open up here and immediately try to overtake, that would be great. Um, dang it, buyers, come on, come in.
Do I need to buy another order of it? Push it up? Because I
No,
magically
no.
moved the market? Nope. I'm staying put.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, you never know, man. We
I
could,
can't lose our
you
dinner.
could, yeah, exactly. You can't. You, we could call you if you did buy and moved the market up, and the market did consequently move up. I would deem you the or the quiet market session market oracle. Sam is the regular trading hour session market oracle at
Yep.
the moment.
Yep. That's
You would be the
true.
quiet market session oracle. So come
I'll
on,
have to
it's about
have
to happen.
back
All
in.
right, there it is.
I have to have back in change my
There.
name temporarily, like you did for Sam.
Yes, here it is. Here we go. Just took out the liquidity at
Hey,
3680. Buyers are coming
close
in.
it.
Buyers are coming in. Come on. All right, a little
Yep.
bit past 1-to-1 now. After that little break up there, let's see. Let's see continuation. Come on, don't just get above that and then fail. Like, let's just see the continuation. Let's see the move up to like the 3683, 3682 half area. That would be
Oh,
great.
it's bouncing
Because if not,
now. And now
I'm
it's at that
contemplating
double top.
going. Yeah, I think I need to get stop. I'm in between a rock and a hard place, deciding whether I want to put my stop at break even.
Well, still putting in underneath wicks on those last 5 candles. I do like that. Oh, and it closed. So there we go. Now we got 5 underneath wicks on those 5 1-minute candles.
We're going to break up here. We just had more offers at 3680 spot 3 level, and it looks like buyers are trying to gravitate up to that. If we can eat through that, dang, dude,
Yeah, I'm
that would
moving
be
my
sweet.
stop loss underneath the 37-minute candle here. If we can get a close above it. I'm going to do it anyway. So, all right. Stop is up from 555 to 1205. All right. So we got about $4 a piece locked in. Tom.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Tom. It was good seeing you. Thanks for coming in. Go to Burger
Have a
King.
good one,
Bring
bro.
the bring the coops. That's a Dane Cook reference right there. Great, love it.
Oh, I don't even know what that
Yeah,
means.
see you in the morning. Yeah, so it's a
Bring the coops.
the BK lounge when Dane Cook worked at that Burger King, and he called it the BK lounge when he was talking to women to try and sound cool, and he would say that he
Oh,
would
got
bring
it.
the coops.
That's great. That's
Come
great.
on, break up. Let's go.
Break up.
Sellers didn't even come
Why don't
in
you put on a
yet.
little bit? Break up.
Great song. Love it.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Okay.
Here we are. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
Oh, I see Ken. It's got an underneath wick on a 1 minute. Come on, just close up there. Close at the top of that candle range. 1 minute. You got 1 second. Oh, good. We got that underneath wick on that close of the 1 minute. Come on, now is where you need to push through it. Can't go against that wick now.
Yeah.
Oh, you dirty dog.
You dirty dog. I've got a soft spot in my heart for phrases like that. I just gotta. I say that kind of stuff all the time, and
Yep.
it's a chuckle, absolute chuckle.
All right, just put in another
Man.
wick. All right.
Yeah, we kind of we relatively like flat topped there for a few minutes. I just think that we're gonna break that. Like, I think it's gonna happen. Just need to give it a little bit of time. Just a little bit. Come on. I mean, I'm break even at the moment. I just put my stop to break even, or like 2 ticks above break even technically, to protect myself here. But yeah, come on. There we go. That's it.
There it goes.
Make it up. Now get through 36.80 half. Come on. Get through that level, and then we pop up. That's where we'll pop.
Yeah.
We only have 15 minutes left on the session. Just get this done. Get this done for us so we can ride off into the moonlight. Not together. It's not like that. Separately.
That way we can head to Burger King or Taco Bell. Maybe leave a couple minutes early.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right, come here. Come on. Come here, Gold. Get over here and go where you belong. You can't wake up like that. You're gonna.
There we go. Come on, push. And there it goes. There we go.
There. Come
on.
All right.
Attaboy. All right, my take profit's only $1.50 away, $2 away. Come on. Right at 36.50 for XAU. Let's put on a little bit of makeup. All right. 44.75. And I'm actually going to, because there is a supply. Let's see here. I moved it down.
Let's go.
41.70.
Go.
So I just moved it down below the 1 minute supply, and it's almost there. Come on, another dollar. Give me another dollar. Another dollar. All right, that was a good close. So we're ahead of the downtrend line. We're ahead of the supply. We're ahead of the double top. So at this point, yeah, it's just got to go up and tag me out and
do it and go.
In there.
Keep going.
In there. Go. All right, I'm out. There we go.
Oh no, I just accidentally pulled out of all my position. Dang it. I meant to hold 2 there. Son of a gun. Dang it. These defaults are killing me. I switched my default, but that's fine. I mean, I just made back 130 of my $157 loss or whatever. 100. So I only down $25. So I'll take it, to be honest. And you're up what? You're up 60 or so, or what are you?
41.
There you go, 41.
Yeah, 41.65. Yeah, I wanted to close it just below the little 1 minute supply candle, but yeah, now it's
there.
Looks like it.
Dang it.
Yeah, it looks like it might try to reverse now. So, alrighty. I'll take my $41, and now we got a hell of a deal.
That is so aggravating. That was just a clerical error on my part, and I could have gotten taken out at my profit target on those last 2 and be break even right now. But darn it. That's my fault, though. That's my fault. Just a clerical error on my end. I didn't have my position size set correctly on the to scale out. I had it set to my full position instead of the one contract position size. But it's no big. Look at that. We got out beautifully there. Look at that big sell down.
Yeah.
Sold off $3 an ounce. Awesome.
Yeah, that 1 minute supply is the same on your chart too. To the left, that little 1 minute supply candle. Oh,
that's trading with Hola Prime, baby. Come on. Let's go.
Guess I'll just stick to gold because I've had more success with gold lately than I have the currency pairs.
Yeah. You'll never see me more hyped about having a negative $25 P&L than what just happened. I feel like, honestly, that was a fun one to be a part of, especially because you were in it too with me. So, or I was in it with you because you were the one who was originally in it, and then I just got it in on the pullback like 10 minutes later. So So thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
Thank you, Coach Tiger.
no, well, that's the thing. Like, I was wanting to get in up top there with you, but I just couldn't. And I couldn't bear the thought of getting in when I had a perfectly fine 5-minute demand down below, and I just and that double top further to the left we were looking at was just kind of throwing me for a loop as well. And yeah, then we had that dump off. Have we got a decision yet on Japan? Let me go look over here. They had to have started flapping their lips early. Japan. Oh, I'm looking at next week. No wonder. Let's go to this week, Tiger. Japan. No, still no decision. Still no decision on Japan. Japanese yen reacts little to national CPI report as traders await Bank of Japan decision. Oh, did they have a low impact? I got to turn on my low impact score or goodies, see what they're talking about. Thursday. Oh, okay. Yeah. National core CPI. So theirs was right on the money, 2.7%. That's a yellow folder. I usually just have the yellow folders turned off. But
Yeah.
so that's a little down for their currency.
What a drop there we just saw in gold. It's dropped $5 an ounce in 2 minutes.
Yeah, it did.
Two and a half minutes there.
Good spot to get out. Yeah, I guess I would have still hit my profit target. I initially had my take profit in the center of that 1 minute candle, but I just dropped it below the proximal line of it. Just to be safe, and yeah, that was pretty fun. Mm-hmm. That was a pretty good time.
Next up, Tiger, you got to just jump in on the cattle trades with me in the morning sessions. That's what your next trade.
Get my prime account
tomorrow morning. You got to get your futures.
What is it, the X account or the futures? Is it?
Yeah.
X,
the Project X.
Project X. Yeah. So, what all assets is that? Does that platform only have futures, or does it have anything else?
I believe we only have access to the futures on here. So, like, if you were to look up like US 30, for example, you can't do that. It's just the futures from my understanding. Unfortunately, it's just futures. Can't look up stocks or anything specific like that, or the CFDs or what have you.
No, I mean, with just the currency futures, the indices, Bitcoin, gold, silver, that's really all I need. That's And then the market hours, just one more time. The futures market is open. What was the hours one more time?
So it just depends on the product. Definitely depends on the product. So for the equities markets, it's just like the cash markets. Essentially, it's just an extra 15 minutes. So it's 9:30 a.m. to 4:15 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay.
That's when like settlement occurs at 4:15 in the futures. So technically, you can trade futures up until like 5 p.m. and then at 5 p.m. they shut off everything for like an hour to like calculate the settlement and all of that. And then they reopen at 6 p.m. Eastern. But for like gold, I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, 2 p.m. Eastern, and gold and silver are 2 p.m. Eastern. And then you have, let me just double check.
And then the currency futures is what I'd be interested in too. No, definitely gold and well, all of it. I'd be interested in all of it because that's what my software tracks. I mean, it tracks all those listed. So,
right.
I mean,
so it's technically
different.
Yeah. 1:30 p.m. Eastern for gold and silver. For the currencies, I don't know. Actually, I definitely do not know those ones.
I'll look it up on DeepSeek here a little bit.
But the main ones you want to focus on are lean hogs, live cattle, soybeans.
No. just like Coach Darrell. Moo.
Yeah. Every time I'm in
No, I'll
a
get
live cattle trade, he does the moo, but he says like move, but with the moo. So he's like
yeah.
move.
Now, let me ask you this.
Uh,
So, from a fundamental perspective on, the live cattle, the lean hogs, all that, is there a specific website you like to look at for like fundamental analysis or news analysis? Or do you
well,
just
you
strictly
have
just
the
look
like.
at the technical?
Well, for now, I've been genuinely just looking at technicals, and I'm just looking at, well, and by technicals, I'm not even really talking about like technical indicators or anything. I'm simply reading the order book. I'm looking
Yeah.
at the order book, and I'm looking at just aggressive buying and selling, and I'm looking at bids and offers on the order ladder, and using those liquidity levels as like essentially magnets of sorts. Um, and the way that I go about it, it relatively works well. But I've also got experience with like these kind of liquid kind of markets from my past trading stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
I just get a little bit more of a feel for them based on the liquidity and the order books, where it wants to go and take out liquidity. But yeah, but there you can go on the USDA website for like any of the like the crop stuff, if you want to go like see a crop report or like a live cattle report or anything
Mm-hmm.
like that, to just there are specific days in which they release that kind of stuff and everything, and make
Okay.
sure you're aware, like when that's being released. Okay, well, maybe I don't want to be in a trade that day when it's released, or maybe I do want to and I want to follow trend or what have you. But yeah, so
Yeah. And
looking
then
gold.
the platform, it has all those. Was there some type of order flow thing you look at that's not part of Project X, or is all that encompassed into Project X as far as reading the
Yeah,
liquidity?
I have a software stuff. I have software stuff that I pay for separately. That's like a third party
Oh, okay. I got you. I got you.
software company. I can tell you who I use off stream at another point. But popular order flow software nowadays, especially in the futures world. So nothing crazy or anything, but
Yeah.
but
Gotcha.
yeah, it just helps you it gives you a little bit more of it just gives you a more real time understanding of aggressive buying and selling. Uh, that's
I
really the
gotcha.
main focus of it. It just really helps you understand where the demand, not like, so when you see a candle, for example, like if you see a hammer candle, and you would just, if you were looking at a candle charts, a candlestick chart, you would see a hammer candle and think, okay, there's a lot of demand there, like, and that's bullish. A lot of people will look at a hammer candle like at the bottom of, or quote unquote,
Yeah.
at the bottom of a trend or something, and think that, hey, let's get long. But what you could also see is that where in that candle the aggressive buying or selling is occurring could dictate maybe a little bit more as to whether that's like a genuine reversal, or it's just there's gonna be a continuation move. I think that's where this data
Kind of
becomes a
like
little bit more helpful. Yeah.
yeah. So is that kind of like the volume footprint? Just seeing exactly
Yes.
where.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes total sense because I've done a little digging on that, and I love the concept of it. So, yeah,
It's
yeah,
great.
that's probably where I'm gonna be headed. Add some
Heck,
more ammo to my arsenal because that footprint makes
heck
total
yeah,
sense to
dude.
me. Just what little bit I did study up on, and so awesome, man. Well,
I'd say get it.
we
Yeah,
got to
get it under your belt for sure.
yeah,
Do it now.
yep,
Get it
that's
done.
right. I'm gonna be paying Coach Paul to train me on it. Good
Dude,
stuff.
Sam's a monster. I would say
Yeah,
him too, man. But I will be more than glad to talk about it ad nauseum. So
yeah,
whenever you want, man. But
heck yeah.
wow, looks like we are at
We've
the end
reached
already.
Yeah, we have reached the end. Yeah, for anybody in the chat, just know that you can always book a coach as well, and book a 30-minute session if you ever need help on this or that. So that's just directly from the website, right? holaprime.com.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely check that out if you don't know about that. I know there's a few of you in the chat there. So I did one earlier in the week. It was great. It's always fun to just help, give one or two little nuggets and a little light bulb goes off. So yeah, book us. We're here. We's here.
Yep.
But that's about it.
Free
brother.
for now. So yep.
Yeah, free for now as well.
Awesome, man.
Exactly.
Well, it was
Coach
a great
Paul.
trading session.
Yeah,
Loved tagging along with you in gold there. And I will, you have a great weekend, first of all. And then second of all, I'll see you on Monday night on the Quiet Markets. So have a great one, everybody. And catch you soon.
Right. All righty. I'm back in 5 hours. Forex Fire. Have a good one.
Awesome.
Hola Prime. Trade with transparency.